All right. Hello and good day. My name is Chris Palmer with chrispalmer.org, greyheadseo.com. In today's SEO Mastermind, of course, I am here weekly, every Thursday, 5 o'clock, sometimes 5:30, depends on the other mastermind at SEOmastermind.org. But I'm here to answer your questions. I'm here to help you. Consider this a consultation. It's just you and I. What could I help you with? With Google Business Profile, Google Maps, local SEO, on page, off page. What can I help you with? That's why I'm here. I'm going to first go ahead and answer any questions that I had in the community or any questions that were left on videos. I tried to leave as many as I could. All right. So we'll go over here first and we will see what we have. All right. Customize. Here, I'll make this a little bigger. Zoop. How's that? Is that good? Good. All right. So here, we'll head right over here. And then Trevor Rice. So first question comes from Trevor. Hi, Trevor. So you helped me in a paid consult one time. I forgot what company you said that does really good real estate wholesale SEO and PPC. I think I would. I don't know. I know a few gentlemen. Maybe SEO meets REI, perhaps. Check those guys out or go over to Carrots Marketplace. I'm sure there's some great people over there. But hopefully that helps you out. Answered during the live stream on 10/9/25. Oh boy. It's all in caps. Answered live during stream. Thank you for the SEO question. There you go. 10/25. That way we don't have to keep typing it. Okay. Next question comes from this gentleman here, Mohammed Harfan 873. Thank you for your question, sir. And this gentleman says, adding service/products with locations on GBP. Does this help in rankings? So that's a very good question. You know, there's been some changes or modifications within Google Business Profile. As far as the product categories, you know, you might have a hard time depending on your niche getting in location modifiers, but products that have equivalent pages, they most certainly, you should be able to get them in there as long as you have an equivalent page. As far as services, the service tab, again, if you have a page or if it's in your drop-down menu on the page that's connected, for instance, let's just to give you an example of these elements that I'm talking about, because I'm a visual learner, perhaps you are too. Let's come on over here like this. Let me make sure this is working properly. Oh, this exit. This could stop. Okay, and then this you could shut off too. That way all that stuff isn't running. All right, so we cleared this out. Here, I'll show you something. We'll head on over here to google.com. We're just going to put in something random. I don't, you know, what about how about a Uber crash lawyer in Austin? Right? So we'll scroll on down the page and see, oh, wait, where does it think I am? I can only imagine. I'm in Dubai. Okay. Let's try that one more time. All right. Nothing. Okay. Fun. All right. So here's what I'm getting at. I don't know who these businesses are. This is just an example for educational purposes only. But let's go to this one here. Okay. So when we're talking about service or we're talking about the product or product categories, here's exactly what I mean. So you can see here, they're following the formula. When you come over here to product, you can see they have, this is right here is they called the product category. So sticking a geo modifier here, a lot of times this can be scrutinized by Google, but sticking the product or the location within here with an equivalent page, you know, as long as there's an equivalent page, or at least I'm targeting areas that are talked about on the page that's connected. What do I mean by page that's connected? There's two places to connect it. All right. Well, there's more than two. But in this context, I'm talking about two. So when you click on this here, when you see this button here, you see it's going to practice area 18-wheeler commercial vehicle accidents. Okay. Austin trucking accidents. So this product here is not for commercial trucking or 18-wheelers. I would want this to match the URL, the parameter, what's in the title tag, the page that's connected. Is it all, cohesive? Does it all say the same thing? The URL, the title tag, the main H1, the primary density of the page, this right here, this title of the actual product, and then this link. Does it link to an equivalent page? That's step number one. And I'm getting to your answer here. All right. Next, we don't want to put locations here. We want to put them in here. Make sure it's going to an equivalent page that reiterates the same thing, the same information. All right. The next aspect of this optimization is when I say page that's connected, not only within this element and it goes to a page, but the main page that's connected is here. So when I go over to this particular website, we know that Google's looking at what? Render DOM. They put a lot of emphasis on primary density of the page and the A tags within a page, right? A tags, the heading tags, and primary density. So what do I mean by this? I've been asked, so I'm going to explain this. So that way you have a full context and a full grasp of the entire, everything I'm telling you. All right. So when I say the page that's connected, that's what I mean. When I'm saying that the rendered DOM is being looked at, that's the code, just almost like the source code. So Google's looking at A tags, H tags, and primary density, right? To give context to the content that's linking, right? We know when we build a link, Google's going to come check, right? You can check your server log. Not always, a lot of the times. When you come inside of here, what I'm talking about H tags, that's heading tags. So if I have a product or a service on my GBP, and I have the page that's connected or I'm linking over from a product, I want to make sure that the primary optimization zones, heading tags, H1s, the title of the page, okay? Alongside of that, I want to make sure that the primary density of the page, so that's words that are being repeated multiple times within the page, the corpus of the page. See, vehicle accident, car accident, the primary density is all here. So accident lawyer, vehicle, car, Austin, you with me? Primary density. Heading tag. Title tag is this up here. And then A tags are this. So you come in here, the links, we know that links, hyperlinks, A tags, have different weighting within the system of Google, right? And we know this from when we're link building. And we also know this when we add A tags to a page, highlighting entities, co-occurring phrases, primary key terms, variations of key terms, key term plus location, yada, yada. If we just make A tags and point to ourselves, I get a boost. So we know there's weight there. And then here's what I mean by that. So you're looking at a hyperlink. They use generic, but let's scroll down. I guarantee, see, car accident, here's the link. This is the A tag. So car accidents, that word has become even more relevant. Why? Because it's a link. Now to your question. Now that you understand the aspects of why I'm answering the way I'm going to. So to go to your question, when you say, does adding service and product with locations on GBP help maps ranking? My answer is going to be, if the pages that are connected are optimized for service and location in primary optimization zones, then yes. If you just add them, right, for terms that don't matter, stuff you're not getting links for, or clicks for, you're not getting any impressions, Google doesn't even think you're about those terms, right? You're linking to county, but the county never even shows up. You're saying, oh, I am a car crash lawyer in, Bergen County. But then your page is actually car accident lawyer, Houston, Texas. You're talking about the city in the state, not the county. And you're saying auto, but really your page says car. Are you with me? Are you optimized in the zones that matter on the pages that are connected? And is everything congruent to one another? Does my website mirror my GBP that mirrors my website? Do the reviews that I'm accruing, does that mirror the website and my GBP? Does the traffic that I'm receiving or paying for match my GBP in my website, right? And then to wrap it all up, what about the repetitiveness of reviews? Google doesn't trust you as the owner. They do to a degree. That's why you made it here. But they validate and check everything. That's why I always mention the server log. They go and check everything. So do they trust you? I don't know. They're always checking behind you. So when we come over here to review, what's being repetitive or repeated within the text. Now, they only highlight certain words, but repetition and velocity of term and location is very important. If I could get the reviews, the velocity, the review velocity to say term and location, if I can get the profile, products, services, main entity of profile, location and service, website, location, service, traffic, location, service, ads, location, and service. When you get all of those congruent for a long enough period of time, you become a top performer. Easy but simple. Hopefully that helps you out, my friend. Moving on. I was a very long-winded answer. There was a lot of information to give. Now, hopefully we're clear. Only facts. Is it still working? Do you have similar sites? Can this be automated? So this video is in 2020. I don't recall. I made a lot of backlink videos. At that in 2020, you could still get a slight edge. Like, you don't see me making how to create a backlink video. I don't, it's not what I do. I share strategies and techniques on page, internal linking, the most potent things, stuff that is highly effective, the stuff that we deploy within our agency, things that are scalable, repeatable successes that I have. And our methodologies is what I share here. I'm not going out of my way to build single backlinks that are non-category specific. So I don't know what that link is, and I don't know what your niche is. Now, if that link, you could still go and create it. If that link is category specific, if that link is a link that is in your link graph, and that link is still even something you can get billed, then yes, it's very working. It's working very well. As far as similar sites, I'm sure there are tons of similar sites. And then the last part of your question, really 3 in 1, can it be automated? Anything that you can do in your browser can be automated. With GSA, perhaps not, but there are tools that will automate your browser. Yes. All right. So hopefully that helps you out. Love you, dude. Kenneth, I love you, brother. Glad to help. Glad to help you. I love you. You mean 3 profile posts each day? That is correct. Yes. Yeah, I think I broke that down as well as I could. Within that video, the posting strategy that we deploy, which is what I would recommend, keeps you top of mind to Google, and it always circles Google back to the pages that are most important for you, that have highest commercial intent, right? So with that being said, the objective here is, with us knowing and being able to see visually our server log, if I create a post, Google will send 2 bots, sometimes multiple times. On top of that, Yandex bot, Amazon's AI bot, you'll get all kinds of activity, right? You get all types of activity when I create a Google business profile post, an update, and I point it to a page. One of the primary checks that has to happen is, are you sending people from Google's platform, their product, to somewhere safe? So not only do they need to scan, validate, read, check, re-index, recache that page because they need to make sure it's safe. That's it. You're staying top of mind. You're staying top of mind because they have to come and check. It's you care about your GBP because Google cares about their users, right? Like you're staying top of mind because Google cares. If you care about Google, Google cares about you. you know, so they want to make sure that you're just walking, toting the line. So something that I found to be very effective is you identify. Here, we'll use this example again. You identify. I like to use lawyers because it's always top level pages are always, or should be always, sectioned off by practice area, right? So personal injury lawyer is always the big idea, right? They're personal injury lawyers, but that means car, right? Bike, medical malpractice, trucks, Ubers, ride shares, right? There's so much brain. The list goes on. Railroad, tons. There's tons. It's boggling, mind boggling, right? Now there's money in certain ones, but with that being said, each one of these top levels should really, depending on how the site is structured, should really insinuate or should really have a hierarchy of, okay, we are website, in this case, SJ, / we do car accident or car crashes, car accidents, auto accidents, / perhaps a piece of information, like what is a car accident lawyer, but also under that top level is our location. Here, for sake of example, let me point something out to you. So here, I'm a visual learner. Perhaps you are as well, and I'm sure I've gone over this, but it's fundamentally sound. It's very important to have a good posting structure or update structure and have a good hierarchy. Hierarchy of information is very important. So with that being said, we're going to go to the whiteboard and I'm going to show you something. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and use this gent's example here. I see, what does he have? Auto, bike, bus. Okay, great. And he is in the Texas area. So if we go to Austin, what's those surrounding areas? Here, watch. So there's Austin. All right. There is Garfield. Right? There is, and I don't know if he, targets these. Forest Creek, that might not be. McDade. How about Buda? Buda. All right. So there's our 3 locations. Now watch this. All right. So here we're going to come over here just like this, and I'll try to make this as brief as I possibly can. Okay. So law.com homepage. Okay. Now this particular gent does 3 locations, right? He does Buda. He does Garfield, right? I believe these are all in Texas, mind you, and he does Austin. Okay. So these are 3 locations that this gentleman operates in. Okay. You with me so far? Great. Now we know that law.com is SJ. Now he does car accident law, right? So this right here is a page, top level page. It'd be written like this. So law.com / car accident lawyer. What he optimizes that page for will determine how many states he operates in, right? But this is probably what this will look like. And then when we're talking about location pages, that will look like this. Okay. Control C, Control V, car accident lawyer, Austin. Okay. You with me so far? So each one of these locations will have a new page that looks like this. Each top level service will have a page that looks like this. Now I drew 3 to make it very easy. If you're doing 3 posts a day, then that would mean that I have 1, 2, 3 posts, right? So my very first post is probably, let's just say it's on Monday, right? So on Monday, I am going to link from this post to car accident lawyer, Austin. Car accident lawyer, Buda. Garfield, car accident lawyer. Another way that you can do it is if you wanted to, let's just say you were a personal injury lawyer. You can mix and match. You can have fun with it. But let's just say that we're talking about car accident and we're talking about Austin. But as you know, this person also does personal injury, right? And they also do, truck accidents. Now, if you wanted to, all right, because you never know what Google's going to do tomorrow. If you wanted to keep it all geo-relevant, but feed your services, your geolocation pages, you can do it this way. There's 3 posts in a day. This is Monday, right? So on Monday, I could say, all right, I want to hit everybody that's in Austin. So you would just do, you would do your car accident lawyer, Austin. You would do your personal injury lawyer, Austin. And you would do your truck accident lawyer, Austin. That way we're only hitting the services that are all under the personal injury moniker or under the primary category of personal injury, but we're hitting them throughout the day. 1, 2, 3. We're keeping our pages that are most important to us top of mind to Google and to our potential customers. And that's it. That's the strategy. And that is how I would recommend doing it. That's how I do it. That's how we do it. I know companies that charge a lot of money to do that for people. Ridiculous amounts. Hundreds. It's very simple to do. But that's the strategy. And then when we talk about events and offers, so the offers, be careful with that because it takes up digital real estate here within your GBP. This GBP, just look at this as a website. It has all the pieces of a website. It has a homepage, right? It has a reviews. It gives you the directions. You can save it. You can share it. You can call them. Here's, right? More on the reviews. These are entities. Here's the content. There's questions and answers. Check it out. Here's all their information. Here's their products, individual product categories and top levels, questions and answers. You with me? Here's their hours of operation, even their most busy times. But you need directions, right? So all it is a website just in one format. With that said, when I'm talking about digital real estate, if you scroll down here, this section down in here, if this person was doing posts every day and they also had offers and events, it would show up right here. So it would take up real estate within the page and you don't want it to kick out your product. Now, this person has more than 4 categories, I believe, or they did something funky here because they did not get the enhancement that they wanted, or at least what I like to see. Enough on that. Let's move forward. Hopefully that helps you. That long answer. Okay, so, all right. So the crazy for Cricket 903. You said the description, I share the differences between a basic embed iframe and directional map and regular map. So which one is good for SEO? So you have a basic and you have a directional. So one is a embed that will help the end user get from point A to point B. And then the other one is an embed to showcase your reviews and where you're at and that you actually have a map. Depending on your bandwidth, they're both good for SEO. They both have a purpose. This particular iframe here, the basic, will probably go into a footer. The directional would probably go into your pages that have to do with location plus service. As I have different locations, I may want to showcase for the end user, depending on bandwidth and how fast my site is, how to get from point A to point B. So they both have a use. That's why I showed both. All right, both have a SEO purpose, and that is to help the end user. Basic goes in foot. If you would like, directional on location pages, if you would like. And that's up to you. All right. Whoops. And hopefully it helps you. So John Wiggins, would it hurt your SEO to use weekly schedule of 21 posts that repeat the same post? Zapier? Rarely use Zapier. That must have been a long time ago, but still, nonetheless. So you can update your posts. You could create your, say, I see, 7/14/21. So that would be 21 times 4. If you had 84 pages or less, we're talking about primary service plus location service pages. Commercial intent that were valuable to you as a end user, 84 pages or less. You could create those 8. Let's just say you had 84 good money pages or 80. You could create all of those in month 1. Let's say it's January. I create all those posts. I have 1 post per page. You with me? And then at the beginning of the following month, all you would do is you would modify and edit to create a new post. It's not like I need a new image or I need to write new copy. I don't need to create a new link. It would save you time. The only thing that we would be missing is that depth. I do believe that having all of that extra data within your profile can be helpful. I've been following a profile that's been posting unique posts for quite a long time just to see. I've also seen profiles that don't post any and they do well. But they rank for their primary. But what about all the secondary terms in their keyword set? What about people also search for maps? Like, you're missing enhancements by not posting. You're missing potential calls, potential interaction. Like, if it just produced 1 click and it costs you nothing to do it, why? Or even if it costed you 20 minutes of your time every month. I mean, I don't know what your time's worth, but most service businesses that I work with, 20 minutes for 2 extra customers or 1 extra customer a month is worth it. So I think that's up to you to decide. But hopefully that helps you out. You can edit and repost. I love how the verbiage is, because you never know who's asking or where it's going to be used. So you have to be careful on the response. If you just repost it without any, like, just copy, paste, and redo it with a new CID or a new post ID, that could be problematic. But editing the existing post and refreshing it, keeping the existing URL is helpful. So, anyway, there has to be engagement alongside the optimization. So you mean engagement on the actual page. How does Google know that? Is it looking on Android and Chrome? Also, does that mean that running safe Facebook 2 pages helps Google's rankings, Maps rankings, if the engagement is good? So without any engagement, see, you could do all the optimizations you want. For instance, let's just say here's to showcase what I mean by this. Let's just say that you are a law website, okay, and you do car accident law, all right, for instance, and you are in Austin, okay, and this is hypothetical, but to your question, what I mean by there has to be engagement is, if I optimize my website for car accident law and car accident lawyer in Austin, all right, and then I take the same type of optimization and I go over to my GBP, all right, And I optimize for law, car accident law, and lawyers in Austin. But every visitor that comes to the website and the GBP inside of a session, whether they're inside of maps or whether they're inside of desktop, like regular organic search, maps or organic search. But in order for them to click on me, they're searching for cats. And then they land on me. I will not for long be optimal for car accident lawyer or car accident law. In fact, I would get a demotion. This has been a grayer hat tactic for quite some time. The same with the anchor text poisoning or the tactics that it doesn't matter. So if we were running traffic to hit this site for law, or better yet, the maps listing for kitty cats instead of law, I'm not going to be optimal for law anymore. And it's the same with, I'm optimizing my profile for car accident. I could be as optimal as I want on my website. I could do my posting. I could do my links. If there is no engagement, or the engagement that I get does not engage, there's no dwell. They don't go to, they bounce within a session. Like, I am not the best answer for their query. And that happens enough times, you are no longer relevant for that query. And that's what I mean by engagement. There has to be other people, just like the reviews. Google puts way more weight on everything that happens externally, way over what you do here. Yes, you have to be optimal for it, but without the engagement, there's nothing. That's what I mean by that, and I hope that clarifies that. Your question is very drawn out, so I assume you knew what you wanted to ask, but you didn't know how to ask it, because of the length here. So let me see if I can understand that better. There needs to be engagement. So you're quoting me, so you mean engagement on the actual page. It's engagement for your brand. Regardless if they're landing on your website or your GBP, are they engaging for what you're optimal for? Are you servicing their query? That's the engagement that I speak of. Do you have the best answer for the query? Yes or no? And if is your query car accident lawyer Austin, personal injury lawyer, are you optimal and are you getting engagement? Engagement isn't just the action. It's the actual engagement with whatever it is, GBP or the website. Have you satisfied the query? So does that mean running Facebook ads? See, the problem with Facebook ads, if it's a retargeting campaign, that's a tactic at work, but 3 years ago. The problem with running the Facebook advertising, cold audience to your asset, not a good idea. And that's it used to be effective. Just getting that initial engagement was effective. Now, if you're running a retargeting campaign and then running it to your asset, okay, fine. Cold traffic there, no, because the engagement isn't, the signal isn't right. So no. They're not there, Does the promise align with what they're about to see? I don't think that this is a good idea. No. It helps Google ranking maps. I would steer clear of cold audience to maps or site can be a negative engagement signal. Retargeting campaigns is much better. So, if you were running some type of like a poll ad or a lead campaign, something where you had an audience built up, your avatar, you have an audience built up, and then you're going to retarget, fine. But cold, no. All right, moving on. Good question, though. How can you index a LinkedIn company page? I have one that I'm trying to index for almost 1 month, and it's not indexed. Wow, boy, has that changed in 5 years. Look at this. 5 years ago, this guy came in. Holy moly, that's... Wow, how things change, huh? Isn't that something? Not the issue now in 2025. That's one of the first things to show up, right? That's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, that'll make a cool little post. I'll put that over there. I like that. Right? There you go. That's fun. Anywho, all right, let's see if there's anything I could help you out with live. Let's go over here now. Get rid of that. Little Chris. Wow, 5 years ago. Look at that little guy. All right. Let's see what you have going on here. Chat. All right. Good to see you. Great to see you. All right. First and foremost, we have Jay Gadget. Hey, Chris. Hi, Jay Gadget. Do you have any questions? Let me know. I'd love to have it. Michael, long time no see. Oh, yeah. Forever. Tammy, good day. Goth, hello. Hello to you, good sir. Brandon, how do I go about you auditing my website? Well, I mean, I could do a competitive audit together if you'd like. I mean, it's not, I could give you helpful hints if you would like. It depends on where this goes. Put your website in, and depending on the questions and where our time goes, I do have something that I would like to do that I feel is high impact, not only to my business, but could be helpful to you. I started to create a slide deck for Google Business. It's right here. This isn't the slide deck, but this is the finalization. Each one of these is a slide, by the way, if you see an enter. And then these are the images that I wanted to put inside of said slide deck. With that being said, I wanted to finish that off because I wanted to make first and foremost, I wanted to know how many points are on the checklist, right? My checklist. I haven't done it. Last one I did was 121 points. I think a few things have changed. So I was updating that, and I wanted to give it away as I'll be honest, a lead generation tool. It took me a lot of work, so it's high value for free. That should be cool. But my aim is to help you. So put your site in, and we'll see where this time goes. We're all visuals. Well, most are, for sure. I agree, my friend. Do you post the same content for each service? No. Actually, no. Well, okay, I digress. I take that back. See, how we do it, and I showed a piece of it, is we'll take a piece of the content that's on the page, right? So if you have a page for rain guards in City 1, New Hampshire, rain guards in, I don't know any other locations, but you have 3 locations, but it's all rain guards. Am I going to do location 1, 2, 3 the same content? That's wildly dependent upon the images and the content that's on those existing pages, because I'm creating a post, a point to promote, to say, hey, check this page out, right? Like, we offer this. So if those pages are identical and the images are identical, then that's what the team's going to pull over inside of the posting. But ideally, no, we want it to be, it will at least be AI'd. The content will be separate. And as far as the image is concerned, on a nerd level, the hash of the image will be changed because we'll change size, aperture, or we'll flip it. So it'll create a new hash and we'll retitle it. So the image is unique, and technically the text will be spun or AI'd. So that's technically unique too. So the answer is no. We would never post the same content, now that I think about it. It's funny. Oh my gosh. Why am I such a nerd? Moving on. Excellent response. Well, thank you, kind sir. That's probably not to that question, though, but moving forward. Yo, let's make this bigger, dude. My head's getting chopped off. Oh, it's white. Oh, it was white. That was cool. Is that too big? That's too much, Chris. That's too much, Chris. That's good. You know, it's a small percentage of the page. Anywho, let's go back over here. Chat. Okay. Reviews are the hardest part of my business. Send out 10, you might get one. Reviews, I believe, to be one of the hardest things for a lot of businesses. Yes. And then curating, weighing that risk to reward. Yeah, I agree. Not much to add there. Heck, I'm starting to just I don't know what you're talking about. Visual learners built the world. It's mediocre. We are who we are because of visual. Yes, I know. I know that. But I know. We love you. Keep up the good work. Always good. Thank you. I like that's one of my favorite emojis. That's I use that one a lot actually on my phone. San MWF. Do you recommend to have multiple GBPs? I have a drain cleaning company in the Netherlands. I have 5 GMB pages and I'm afraid that they will suspend them. So, I primarily operate in the United States. So, take this with a grain of salt. I've worked with a few companies in the Netherlands. But having the same if you have the same name variation at the same address with the same phone number, or worse yet, here, take a look at this. So if you go over here to maps, okay, and we can go to the Netherlands, right? Let's go to the Netherlands. Now, I would venture to guess that you don't have them all at the same address. I hope not. If you do, that's problematic. Now, but if you have, one here, let's just say it's, right here, this little triangle here, and you just want to own this triangle. Fine. Great. Wonderful. Phenomenal. The problem would lie in, is there a name variation? So if you were drain cleaners of the Netherlands, and then that's the first one. And then as you add, you would have EDE, right? Because you're here. I think that was the initial ones that we did. Like boom, 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 like you're doing that triangle. Is there a variation of name? The next element that I would make sure of is the phone number. So that's another one that'll get you dinged. So dash, like this right here, he might have more than one. So you want to change this out. Make sure that there's variation here. Make sure there's variation here. Location. Make sure there's variation here within the actual URL. If it has to go to the same website, make sure you're sending your secondaries to internal pages. Another tactic that I saw a real clever one. It's somebody that I know, so I won't give up the tapes, but I will say this. I won't tell you which one it is. I've shown it on here before, but I'm not going to say. But what they did is they made a version, the www version was what they were serving in maps. And then the non-www version is what they were ranking organically. Because what they found is there are certain elements of the page, the densities, the links. There are certain things that you'll do that can potentially hinder your performance in maps. So he's just given a clean cut, one service, one location in maps, dub. Meanwhile, serving this organically, which I thought was clever. Not recommended, but clever. But if you have multiple locations, send to internal pages, and then make sure that phone number is changed out. Like that NAP details, that's what needs to be changed. Location, name, phone number, website page. And then a variation of text. Description, I should say. But as long as you're doing that, you're golden. Now, another tactic that I saw, and when I say saw, I mean I've seen it. Could mean I've deployed. Okay, I don't ever want to, plausible deniability. Another tactic is, I don't know. Have you seen the like the law firms? What they'll do is they'll set up a law firm, and then they'll have each one of the people that are in the law firm. Let's just say it's a personal injury law firm. Each practicing partner will have a specialty, right? Like, okay, this is the truck girl, this is the car boy, this is the deed dude, this is that person. And then they'll set it up under that specialty and attorney and create their website, right? It's a website that's a name, but they'll put another pin in that business, and then you can move a half mile, right? And what I've noticed is then they'll build links from here to here. So it helps their maps and it helps their website. Very clever. Expensive. Clever. I think I addressed everything. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully that helps you. Joey T with Homer. Cool, man. Joey, I watched your stuff for hours. I did this for weeks, and we have now 33% visibility in our area. Just wanted to say thank you, Joey. You're welcome. I'm glad I could help you. Could you say it just like that on camera? No. No, it's all good. Thank you, man. I'm glad I could help you, Joey. They all have their own name, like Drain Cleaning Amsterdam, and the domain is also the unique EMD domains. But they all have the same phone number. Change that quick, because you have multiple things working against you, right? One of the things that you have working against you is the spam force, right? But then you have your opposition, and then, okay, you have 3 things working against you. 4. You have competition, you have Google, you have the spam force, and you have yourself, right? Like, I can't make any mistakes. That's me. I got the spam force up my neck. They're watching. Who knows? They're just looking for something to freaking tell on. You got your competition. They're just trying to get up to the top, right? And then you got Google. They might catch you. Google's the least likeliest to harass you, but they will if they have to, right? Like if somebody points them out or if you make a mistake, right? Clean that number up. You'd be good. Because the last thing you want is, you probably have one that's clicking. You might have 2, because you said you had 4, right? So you probably have one that's really clicking, right? That's making your dollars to that's what got you thinking like, hey, this is working. Let's add more complexity. Let's add more, right? But all that really did was add complexity, make it harder. You're making less, and there's more stress, right? What I would do is change that phone number. I need to work on the phone numbers. Yes, easy, light work. Did adding more, was it, if you took away the others, or whatever ones aren't producing, are the others worth the juice? It's up to you. Brandon, my friend, I made a service business website from Shopify. Cool, man. I know how to use that builder. I want to know if the slugs in the URL is hurting what I'm doing wrong. We're a very small business, basically. Well, thank you for your question, Brandon. And if you've already deployed the website, right, stock standard will have categorization, canonicalization, and internal linking pre-built in, right? The problem is is that within those URLs and within those pages, within primary zones, they use terms that are non-descriptive. Now, if you've already started, the answer is nah, just keep going. But if you have the ability to have control over the slugs and the context that's in the parameter, then I want it to be optimal from top to bottom, right? But if it's already there, I wouldn't sweat it. I wouldn't change it. If there's 100 things in order to be a winner, well, you messed up on one of them so far, right? Just because you messed that up doesn't mean you won't be a winner. But why mess up on the easy stuff? It's up to you, though. But no, don't change it. Leave it be. All right? Hopefully that helps you. Thanks. Thank you. Brandon says, I just want your honest. Anybody else in the chat? Yeah, I would always give you my most honest opinion. I'll give you a video review. Lots of wealth and knowledge that you give is amazing. Why, thank you, Joey. I appreciate that. And Tammy, don't be telling them. Okay, Tammy is my cousin, and yes, we work together. See the handbook, right? Tammy and anyone else. The handbook, the rule of thumb is always once something already exists, you leave it, right? Because age trumps everything. The only way that I would ever go in there or recommend the change is when you, like, sometimes you'll have local service businesses and they might have something up for 3 years and it's like the structure is impeding on itself. You're cannibalizing yourself. I have informational pages targeting the same terms as commercial. I have neighborhood pages that are competing with the city page. I have 20 neighborhoods plus a city page. And they all mean the same thing. You know, like in these cases, yes, I would delete. But if we're just talking about, hey, I have a top level, let's just say that I think you said you're doing what was it? Drains? So you do drains, you do emergency drains, you do drain installation and drain replacement, right? So probably emergency, install, and replace. 3 things. And maybe drains. 4 total, tops. And the reason why it would be 4 is because if I search for drain San Francisco, drain replacement, drain repair, and I search for emergency drains, San Francisco, or searching from San Francisco, Google would show me different results, right? Different players. If they don't show you different players, well, then I don't need different pages. But if they did, then I would only need 4 pages. And in that case, you know, if I only have 4 categories and then I'm mad because it says category, I mean, is it hurting you that much? No, don't change it. Don't change it. And then too, if it's Shopify, that means that I forget, isn't there themes or a plugin or a marketplace? It's been a while. I went to Wix from Shopify. I thought it was a good move. I like the customization there. They have a very robust platform that I really enjoy and like. I'm not promoting it by any stretch of the imagination. But I did like it better than Wix. It had a lot of the functionalities and easeability that Shopify had, but with SEO built in. So it had the stuff that I cared about with all the stuff that I wanted, if that makes sense. And it's not WordPress. Like, geez, I'm just sick of it. Plus, you know, having a sense, because a lot of business owners don't always use WordPress. Like, they come with GoDaddy sites, they come with freaking Zoho sites and HTML and CSS, and there's these headless browsers, and there's Webflow, and there's like, oh my gosh, I'm spinning. You know? Anyway, I digress. What are your tips for buying expired domains? That's an interesting question. How about this? We've been on for an hour. Let me use the bathroom real fast. Take a leak. I'll come right back. And we'll talk about expired domains, okay? Use the bathroom. I've been chugging drinks all day. Just give me 2 seconds. All right. I won't even turn on the timer. Just give me a second. Use the bathroom quick. Okay. And I ran. Oh, I lost y'all? Jeez, I lost that many people? That's fine. Oh, well. For 301 redirects, that's a bit of a stretch. So, all right, what's your tips? All right, so here, I'll give you a brief tip. So the thing with expired domains, in my opinion, is that the site isn't always about what's on the pages. And what I mean by that is this here. Hyde Park Plumbing. So let's just say, for instance, if I wanted to rank for, I don't know, I like plumber. How about plumber Los Angeles? Okay. Give me a second. So Big Mike's testing it. This site's kind of cool, right? It's got a cool vibe, weird color. Anywho, so let's just say that we wanted to rank for plumber in Los Angeles. Now, to be a plumber, though, I want to point something out. To be a plumber, that means that there's more than one keyword set that's important to you, right? So like a plumber could be doing water heaters and drains, leaks. This guy's mixing it up a little bit. I bet you he's only strong for one keyword set. He probably didn't deploy enough to be a winner across the board. But with that being said, here's what we're looking at. So first, if I want to win this particular term or this keyword set, right, I need to identify who the winners are, and I'm not going to do them all. I'm just going to show you what's important or high impact. And then we'll start looking at expired. So when we come inside of here, some of the things that I'm looking for, and also I want to point this out. If I'm buying expired domains, There's also expiring. So if it's expiring, or if I could get it on auction, there's other metrics I want to look at, but you specifically asked about expired, right? So with that being said, we're going to come over here. We're going to go down here to the backlink section, all right? Referring domains of the winners, right? 5 to 10 of the winners that are sitting on top. And then we're going to look at the 5 winners that are sitting in maps in our primary area across the keyword sets that are important to us. And what we're looking for is if there's multiple keyword sets that I want to win within a niche, what I'm looking for is I'm looking to group categories, right? Like Mike might be relevant for just plumber, but who's relevant for plumber, drain, leaks, and then who's dominant in the map pack and in organic? If you can find that winner, usually you can. There's 1 or 2 that's non-directory. That will tell you the tale. And then what I'm looking at in order to tell me which domains I'm after is I need to identify what link graph they're in. In order to identify the link graph that they're in, we identify the winner. And then we identify this. We go to referring domains. And again, you want to look at way more than one person. But we'll go in here to category. One is what primary links are being identified inside of here, these category of links. And this was set forth by Google. I'm sure it was probably set by someone else before them. So construction, info, ads, online, just like this. Here, I'll show you something too. Watch this. See this? And then the site has been identified as what? Customer services. Okay, this is a winner. So, oh, and it's here. So here I can just outline this. This is what the site was identified as. Now here, I'll just point something out to you. Watch this. Now we went to Los Angeles, right? Here, go here. How about Plumber, Texas? Show you something just to nail this home for you. Scroll down here. Well, that's a government website. Texas Quality Plumbing. 460. Okay, maybe not Texas. How about Plumber Austin? Or better yet, Houston. Houston is closer to Los Angeles. So we'll scroll down there. Great. We'll grab this particular person. I think I know this guy. I think this guy was in our group. Or at least the person that was his dev was in our group. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So then we go here. Watch this. So we have one person in LA, and then we have another plumber that's dominant in Houston. Both huge cities, both for plumber, right? Watch this. Category of site. And then look at this. 2 different states, same service. They might have different variations, but the primary was the same. Construction, info, online service, advertising, marketing. You with me? Same link graph. Okay. So now that I've outlined how important the link graph is and the category of link, it's not about the pages. That's a piece of it. That'll give context to those overall links that are coming in, but it's all about the link graph. What is every site is connected that are in this category, even if they're not connected. Hard to describe. It's a link graph. You could look it up. I mean, it's an easy thing. In any case, let's go back over here. Now I want to see something. Generally, the 2 products will be wildly different though. And what I mean by products is this. So we'll come back over here. And I'm looking for the winner or the winners, again, more than one, but just for sake of video. John, A1. Do we have a different players here? A1. John's Plumbing. Okay, let's take John here. So this is the winner in maps. Very strong. Looks like he's been in business a long time. This guy's been in business a really long time. Like back when the classifieds mattered. That's why he's A1. But we'll look at this guy. Now, usually these are different. Oh, he made an error. He's tracking with UTM. Somebody convinced him that was a good idea. Aha. The lead category is now the primary category. I see this a lot. Do you see that? I don't know if you noticed that. See, the categorization of the website is different. I see that all the time. But we come down here, it should be a good mixture, but what are they putting at the forefront? Very similar. Okay. So they're putting more emphasis on the publishing, the online, the mass media. Okay. Okay. All right. Now that we're armed with some data, okay, that's not all the data. I barely scratched the surface. I only looked at one top performer from both. And then I also identified to you, this person doesn't matter. This one's from Texas, but just to show you the power of a link graph. Like, it's always going to be these categories. If you're looking for plumbers, this is the link graph to be in. And that just shows like these sites are the same. They might not have the same links, but they're in the same category. And at some point in the link graph, all construction sites have linked at some point, somewhere. They're linked to each other. Okay. With that said, let's go down here. Let's get rid of this. I like this little batch right here because these are easy to acquire. These are your top tiers. Now, acquiring expired domains to get into these service, not this one. This is a primary for us. But these two, along with newspaper, that's a whole nother expired domain campaign. That's when you're trying to go get your Forbes and your CNNs and the Guardians and the LA Times and all those, right? You can do a campaign just to fish these out, okay? So I guess we'll take this off the board. So now that we know that our primary category that we want for our website is this customer and construction maintenance, these two are the kings for us to be a winner. So that means that we're looking now for those categories. So if you're using tools, I don't know what tool you're using. You can use expireddomains.net if you want. You come in here, you log in, you got to create an account. It takes seconds. I don't own this and I don't recommend it. I'm just using it for example. Here, we'll go together. All right. Well, when you come in here, I'll just show you what's important. All right. So now you and I know construction maintenance and online service, right? So if that's what you're after, you need to know that the country code of where you're at trumps non-specific GOTLDs. Okay. So ComNet.org, anything else that was created by these registrars or these companies, I try not to look at, but that's up to you. So you can come here, 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 or here. Just for fun and for sake of example, we'll go to deleted. Come down here to these little filters here. And then here's what I would look for. It's up to you. All right. We don't want numbers. We don't want hyphens. All right. It needs to be available. All right. I don't care about the names. Google doesn't necessarily see a barrier unless it's a hosting barrier or a registrar barrier. The words that are on the page, they're not too picky about. Let me just see here. Is it available? Is it here? No hyphens, no numbers. Okay. Then you'll come over to this one. I'm looking for .com, .net, .org, right? Or whatever you're looking for. Then you come over here to this little tab right here, Majestic, and then see this topical trust flow. This is the king here. Now they're not using SEMrush's categorization, but they're very similar. All right, they're all built on the same principles. Now the categorization and the order of categorization can change because Majestic's link index is smaller than SEMrush's. So they might think that construction maintenance there's more of only because they have a bigger corpus. Does that make sense? But they're usually the same. All right. So when we're looking at this, we know that construction. So it's business is the primary. So you want to come inside of here. You want to go to business. Business is the head. We always look for the lead. Okay. So I just want to get in that link graph. So business, and then you go to online, online service. It's not called online service. I think it's called computers, consume. Okay. So that's under business. Okay. So it's still business. And then the other one, construction, advertising. So again, that's under business. See business marketing, online services, the construction maintenance. There was one else. Oh, it's right here. Info, advertising, online, customer, construction. They're all, info. And then info is under that too. So literally every single one. So it's going to be a green block. So we're looking for business category. Easy peasy. Now there's one other thing though. See, it's one thing to care about the category. We want that. But how many are in that category? Right? Because we're not doing what we're doing right here with these 301s. I assume you're 301ing them. I wouldn't recommend 301ing them. But if you did want to, or if you were creating a network, I don't know what your goal is. I wouldn't recommend 301ing them. I would recommend setting them up exactly how they were. You could do that any way you want, and then link over. The goal isn't we're not here to spike DR or vanity metrics. I'm here to point referring domains in the business category to my website. I'm looking to pass relevance as much as possible. So how many that are in the category that I care about are within this domain, and how cheap can I get it? Because think about it, even if they were comments, it's still saving you time and money. It's still cheaper for me to buy it expired and set it up than it would cost for me to acquire those links. So what you're doing here then, the very next step is very relatively simple. Okay. What you're going to do here is you're coming inside of here. You want to set some type of metric, right? So how about a 5? I don't care about any of that stuff. What I do care about is referring, live, follow, homepage, HTTPS, edu, majestic. I'm looking for, they have a weird name for it. Oh, is it this one, MDP? Is it MDP? Apply filter. Okay. This should be good enough. Is this the referrings? Domains. What's that say? I need to see the little tool thing. It's not giving me it. Okay. It's important. That's why I'm harping on it. So if you're curious, is it under this one? No, it's got to be under this one. There's that. You set this indexed URLs, domain pop, trust flow, outgoing notes, referring domains. Is it live? I don't care about that. Direct. Well, it's got to be. I think it's like MD. I thought it was something else. Oh well, it doesn't matter. This will get to the point. So here we're going to sort these by this number here. All right. Now, see these different colors? The color you care about is green, right? Business. Let's just say if you're a plumber. So the more you see that aren't green, see how these two different greens are. There's green, which is business. That's the big primary. But then there's a 17 and a 22. That means it's a subcategory of business. Okay. I don't care as long as it's in business. Some people might view this differently, but I don't really care. If it's business category, I'm in the category. Now you can niche it down, but your pull and the quality deteriorates. I want to get into the link graph as cheap and as fast as possible, right? It's not like I'm pointing these at my homepage, So what we're seeing here though is the highest count is 500. The problem though is that we also have associated out of this 500, it's not clean. See this? See there's pink, which is like European or something like this. There's orange, which is arts and society, I think. And then there's this purple, which is like cultures or European or something like this. So this is too diluted. Now this one right here has 525 and they're all in the business category. So as of right now, it's available. It's in the category I like. The trust flow is set at 22. There's 500 referring domains. There's no way that that's actually available. Somebody snapped that up so fast. That's a winner. It's in singular category with 500 referring domains with the trust flow 22. That thing is gone. That is not here. But let's just say that it was available. Well, now what? How do I know that I want to buy it, Chris? Are you sure? What about the DR and all that other nonsense? Yeah, 500 referring, 22. What's the next step? Well, I don't want to lay down my $9 yet. There's still one more thing. So in that one more thing is we have to come over to another tool if you wanted to. And what I'm looking for is I want to know, well, how long has it been? How long what's the, in the wise words of one Ted Kabitis, what's the link decay? Right? Genius word, by the way. Genius guy. I like that guy. He's been nice to me. Very nice guy. Nice guy. Good guy. Smart as hell. Dude was so funny, dude. Doesn't matter. But here, take a look at this. We come over here. 131. See how it shrunk? Dang, what happened to that 500? So see how we're seeing, it's kind of like when you want to make a move, do you just think to yourself and just make it? Sometimes, right? But if it's something where there's dollars or other things that could potentially be harmed or hindered, I want to get multiple opinions. And then I take the consensus and make my decision, right? So that's what the tools are for. It's, okay, I have an idea, go and do the expired domain, do the SEMrush, do the Majestic, throw it in the Ahrefs. And if I can get a consensus of hey, this is quality, then we make a move. So far, I can see in the last from April till here, they're counting this. I have 131. Not the best, but I've seen worse, right? Plus, don't forget, if I pull up those other pages, I might get more back. So the next thing is this. Okay, 100 in this last, what is this, a 12-month window category? We've changed here. So info, we know that's business, online, retail, real estate. So it's not what it looked like, unfortunately. But let's just say it did. It was still in our category. The category met, and it was identified here. It's not going to be identified because it's expired and it's been down longer than 6 months. Okay, so SEMrush isn't going to put a category here. Sometimes they do, but usually if it's 6 months or older and it's an expired and there's no current pull, like something fresh, and they're like cash or whatever, they're not going to do it. But here, I could be because I screwed up here. I copied and pasted it. Now, I doubt it, but you never know. Yeah, no, that was not it because they did it for me. But let's just say that it met all that criteria. The categories are right. It had 500 referring domains. They're all in the business category. Like, oh, we got a hot one, right? The next thing I would look at is this anchor. Now, some people that saw other videos or watched trainings and then just regurgitated information might say that, that you'd come down here and you would see like Chinese text or Indian text or Russian text or Swedish or anything else other than the language you speak. And they would automatically throw that in the bin. That is a big mistake. Now, if I look down this list and I see, let's just say it's all Chinese, okay, maybe. But Google doesn't really see a barrier. I mean, I know the registration matters. But if I am trying to build a business website, let's just say it's a plumbing website, and I have Chinese text and it's all the way down here. There's only 4 that are in Chinese, and then I look it up, I go over to Google Translate and I throw it in and it says plumbing company, but it's in Chinese. I don't care. If it says blackjack, that's a problem. You with me? So yeah, don't scrap it just because of that. And that right there, if you find There's work involved. It's not easy. It's not like go buy a bunch, throw them up. Like there's time, like, and expired domains isn't the best. There's other tools out there. I mean, if you're going to take a run at it, take a run at it. There's tools to scrape there's tools out there available. Where you can check, oh man, what is it? ICANN registrations. You can go and scrape that. There's tools out there to go pull that information. And maybe I shouldn't tell you this, but I'm going to move this to members only. But really, that's where the gold is. Because it's not about the stuff that shows up on these already curated lists. Like, these have already been pillaged, I assure you. If you're willing to spend more money, you have two options. If you put the most two valuable assets in place, time and money, and you're willing to wait time and spend more money, you have two more options. One is you can go see Callan at SEO Domains, or go to somebody that curates them. I like Callan, so I don't mind pointing you over there. He's a good guy. Or you can go to places like DomCop, Tiger Domains, Snap Domains. You can go to places that you can basically pay a fee so that as soon as it drops, it's yours. And you can find those. That's by it's expiring. It's about to expire, and you want to drop it before it comes. I'll give you one more helpful hint that I learned the hard way. Another thing I noticed is when you have a past registration, okay, you can never take over the same exact IP, but you can buy it from the same hosting company. And 80% of the time, if I look at this here, I'll show you something quick. If you go down here and you look at this, see this? Let's just say it was this, okay? If you come inside of here, file, new. Let's just say that this was the IP that it was originally on, okay? And let's just say that this is SiteGround, just for instance. Now this right here, this part, okay? And I might be off. It's either that one or this one. That means SiteGround. That's them. This means this guy right here. You with me? So if I go buy SiteGround, I could get USA. I could probably even get in the same block. I just won't get the same site, and that's fine. But I'm in the same neighborhood. And usually you can do that by going to the same host, and then the probability of me getting back the links that prior existed, highly likely. So get the same host. You might not get lucky. I've gotten unlucky too, lots of times. I've been more unlucky than lucky, I'll tell you that. But that's the game. That's the fun. When those wins come, it feels better. So here, you have this. I'll show you another piece of information. So don't 301 it, not without setting it up first, because I don't know where this came from. I don't know who had it. And you're probably thinking, well, how come you didn't check way back? Because I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. You can generally tell the tale, and maybe it's me. You may want to go look and see what was previously there. But the anchor text, the past histories throughout the tools, and I have them all. I have Ahrefs, I have Majestic, I have SEMrush. Like we would run it through everything to make sure. But in any case, when you come down here, see these pages here? These are the pages that have the existing links, right? So it's much better, much, much, much better. And two, like if you look at sites that are from 2020 up, right? You're buying in that window. Most of those sites that are dumped were sitting on a Kimi, Google Cloud something, Cloudflare. Like I can usually just plug it right into Cloudflare. I'm in the same hemisphere. Throw these pages right back up and you're up and running. and then you find the page that shows up first, or that ranks for the key terms or some keyword set that's related to your website, and that's the page you link out from to your asset. There's more, but I digress. Hopefully that helps you out. Wix. I like Wix. I have a Wix site. Wait, Wix? Is it Wix? It is Wix. Yes, Wix. Wix is cool, man. They got all kinds of gadgets in there, dude. Dude, there's gadgets galore. It's unlimited gadgets. If you like gadgets and you like going down rabbit holes of gadgets and marketplaces and themes and ideas and just, I have a friend, his name's Simon. He's in my group. He calls it mental, I don't know if I could say the word, master, right? Like just, like you're not really doing anything. You're just stimulating. Wix is fun, man. Because think about it. Think how dry WordPress is, right? Like they have a plugin store and a theme store. Like there's so many more things to get you sidetracked in Wix. Like it's unbelievable. So that's up to you. All right, moving on. Brandon, by the way, I have to get my verified through a video. We are still visible. That's right. You'll be visible until the last referencing URL is erased. And two, I would assume that you or other users are still searching for you. So when the searches stop and the last referencing domain is gone, then you will vanish. Until then, it'll probably stay there. Unless you get a hard suspension, then you'll vanish. Or if you just mosey on over to the... there's another way too. I'm not going to say it though. Brandon says, is this a bad URL? Oh, because of the settings, and I never know what anybody's going to put. If you're going to put a URL, make sure you're putting spaces. So if you're going to put it in here, make sure you do it like this. So like, say you want to tell me a URL, it's like website, space, dot, com, like that. Okay? Because if you just type out a URL, it'll block it. I can't see the URL, see? Oh, here, I'll move my big head. It's bigger. Just trust me, it's in here. I wouldn't hide it. Like, all right, Shopify won't let me remove products from the URL. Well, they have a thing called something liquid. Again, it may not be worth your time or effort. That's up to you. Do you want to rank the products though, or the collections? I don't know. Don't you want to rank the collections? The problem is it says website /collections /keyword, right? The problem is everything is tied to collections, and collections isn't relevant. So I have a page, a big page that has all my stuff on it, and all my stuff might not be related to each other. And that's my top level. All the relevance is pointing up to that. Hooray! That's the problem. Products is the same thing. You have product / whatever the product name is. The problem is, though, I have a products page, a top level category page that isn't optimized for the product category, right? Like, or the collection category. It's optimized for the word product, which is also force fed into your title tag and forced into the code and forced into the URL. Yeah, there's issues there, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, lots of people win with those sites. They also get a lot of traffic. Did you ever see a Shopify site rank that isn't getting a decent amount of traffic? No, right? Like, they were doing a lot of other things right. Dude, they have these little almonds in here, but they're like coated in this like cranberry stuff. Oh, so good. Joey says, I meant to ask, do you think having backlinks from BBB is good? I heard that AI is using that more. I think it depends on the niche. It's definitely a link. I think it's up to you. Is it? Yeah, that's completely up to you. It's worth having. I mean, if you could get it, they're gonna torture you though, and you got to pay the money. Yeah, yeah. Those platforms are fun. A lot of them too. What they started doing is if somebody leaves you a 3 and you go to respond and you're the business owner, you have to pay to be able to respond or to even get a visible response. Ridiculous. Yep, you said Wix. Yeah, Wix is cool. Thank you, legend. My pleasure. All right. Is that it? That's all you guys got? I have to eat some of these. Here, excuse me. Oh my gosh. Look at that. I remember that one. All right. All right. So here's what I'm working on. Well, I have a few things I'm working on actually. So this is what I'm working on. Actually, maybe I should break this out. I'm setting up advertising. To be honest with you, I mean, I would love to sit here and mess around, but I want to hurry up and bang this out. And then I'm going to put this. I'm going to try to give it away to as many people as I possibly can. That's the objective. Do you like this front cover? Is this cool or what? And then once we do that, yeah, that's about it, really. You guys have anything else? No? I think I'm gonna go stuff my face and then I'm out. I'm going to eat. And then I'm going to set up ads. Is there anything I could do for you guys? Everybody good? Should we? I don't know how boring this is for you, but here, let's see where we're at here. So we did the crowd. We did a lot of the boring stuff. So what I started doing, because it was faster, was I started setting it up in here. Wait. This is not the right account. Boink, boink. Here. All right. Primary service, double click. So we're modifying services. Your services should be direct reflection verbatim of the exact service that you have on your website listed. Yes, that is correct. Okay, so we're doing service. Okay, and then I showed a example. So this is the pages you have, right? So you're doing verbatim. Okay. If this is boring, I apologize, but we can do it together if you want. All right. Where were we? So, okay. That's the service. All right, so you're looking at the title. So that's setting up service. Okay. And then there's actually, see, I have a, oh yeah. I remember when I was trying to figure this out. When did I set this up? Dude, I tested so much of this stuff. What was this? What was the date on this? Or at least when I uploaded the PDF. 7/13/2024 at 5 a.m. I guess you caught me. You know what I was doing in my spare time at 5 o'clock in the flipping morning? Insane. Out of my mind. Especially if I get hot on something like that. Like I'm trying to figure out, okay, how does this work? How does this work? I've had a different type of bug up my butt lately. Not something I want to talk about because I believe that it's going to propel my business for the future. And I don't want to I don't want to jump the gun. Because like I talked to like a bunch of business owners and they're not even sure what the stuff is. So that's intriguing to me. I'm looking for not that. I'm looking for a PDF. It's called Google Products. Okay, good. I made a separate PDF just to outline how to optimize these. And I think I'm going to use what I already worked on to showcase inside of here. Yep, product. So that's your category. Good. Oh, I did not mark the categories. Green is category. Okay, so it's clearly outlined within the green. Okay. So here, give me this. All right. Take that. Give me this. It's a how-to / is this done? Go back over here. Okay, so we're going to call this products. Put that there. Okay, put this here. Okay. Turn. All right. Categories are determined by the top level primary services that you provide and are listed on your website. An example from the image below would be category, personal injury lawyer, product, bus accident lawyer, FedEx accident lawyer, UPS accident lawyer. The products have an equivalent page on your website if you are utilizing a website. Okay, that's pretty much that. All right, so then let's go back over to here. Oh, I need one to show, right? I need pictures of the actual thing, so I better grab that. Alrighty. Which one should I go for? Let's go for this one. This one. This one. Oh boy. Careful there, Sparky. I don't want to show them too many. All right. Products. All right, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. This could be the image. Cool, man. Bring this over here like this. I did not get their permission, so we're going to just exit that out. Painting. Then the location here. That's very generic. So, okay, I'm happy with that. Oh, missed something. Go like this. Go like this. Go like this. Now we have something usable. Come over to here, like so. Boink. Oh, we got to make more space. Actually, you do it from here. Oh, I can't move it. Mudda. Okay, fair enough. Make this small. Make this small. Take this. Move this up. Categories are determined by, yeah. Put this here. Then we're going to go here. Go like this. This should give me some more pages. I'm sure there's another way of doing it, but I don't know where it is. So, where were we? All right. So we're going to go here, but really this would make more chronological order up here. So, move this here. Go right here. Go like this. Put this here. Go like this. Click this. There. Now we have our images for that section. That'll be my 3 slides. 1, 2. Okay. Any ideas? Oh yeah, I do have an idea. Let's talk about this. Are they linking to the rightful page? If you're going to use them, let's use them correctly. Oh my gosh, it's taking forever. That's fun. 21 Business Pro. Alphivi. So they changed this, but not the name. It's odd. Huh. Okay, do whatever you want, dude. I honestly don't think this is mine anymore. All right, let's just take this, that, and then you have their little logo there. Okay, go like this, take this, go here, click this, get rid of that. Get rid of this. Good. This is out of here. Okie dokie. And then there. Then we'll take this, we'll go green, location URL, location information, primary category, and then the product plus location. Okay, and that's what we'll outline in this little segment. And we'll come back over here like this, and then we'll say categories will be set to primary service. Products can be set to primary service plus location. Is the URL in the product section, along with the description and the category, are they all optimized around service and service location? Go like that. Might have to break that up with something, but fair enough. All right, so that takes care of that. Now let's go look at this again. I wonder why. That's strange. I could have swore that was somebody else. Huh. Okay, anyway. What else? So we did the main primaries. We did the... Oh, let's bang out the question answer. All right, so questions and answers. All right, so we're going to have 3 photos here. Oh, that's the other photo to mix that up here. Here, let's do this. Like this. Open this up. Get rid of this one. Don't save. Go here. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Are we clear? Good. Grab this, grab this, grab this, and that first one was this one. Right? Okay. That'll be a good breakup because that was talking about that. Come back over here. And that'll be the breakup picture. There you go. Enjoy that. You can have that all to yourself. This right here, make sure I don't freaking miss it. There, let's make it fat. There we go. There, Chris. If you miss that, probably need to check those glasses. So the next section is going to be Q&A. All right. Sometimes facts. Bold. Big. Q&A section. Okay. Now we will utilize the same photo. Go back. This time we'll go pink. Okay, sounds good. Here. That doesn't really jump out, does it? That's unacceptable. We'll go green. Yeah, there you go. Is this all good? Yeah, looks good. I'm happy with it. Here, watch this. Here, we'll go like this. There you go. Here, I'm going to take this. Go here. All right, going here. Here, it's your Q&As. How's that? Q&A. Oh, that's bold. That yellow will look cool on the other thing. I missed the spot there. Whoops. Oh, well. All right. What was the thing I needed to say? Oh. So if I were to do this, I'd be looking at, well, first, is it filled out? That's the first thing. Is it there? The next thing I'd be looking at is, what questions am I answering? What areas do you service? That makes sense. Okay. And then I would talk about service, location, and my brand. So that would be the question. So now this one we're going to need a little bit more help with. So we go here, here, and here, here, gone, here. Oh, that's fat, dude. Too big, too big. Cut this black. Here, 20. How about your business? Right? That makes sense. A little bigger, maybe. Okay. 26. A little bigger. Got it, dude. Is that black or blue? Seems a little bold. That looks good. Your business, okay. And then the stuff that I would be putting in here is not this. Yeah, no. That's a big fat no. Oh, I like that. Owner. Oh, geez, I can't get to it. Okay. Fair enough. Give me this. We got to get out of here. Come on. Here. Cut. What's this? Oh, geez. Oh, my goodness gracious. Come on, you. Baba Booey. All right, there's that. Oh, gee. Okay. Question. Here. Question about location. Service location. Or just service. Too big. Okay. Shrink this down here. Perfect. Go like this. Oh, this is a little bit different color. Fine. We'll just make it a little lighter like that. Boom, baby. All right. Question about service location or just service. Then the other one was down here. And this should be about, very simple. Question about brand, services, service location, right? That's what we're doing here. I mean, it's some variation hereof. So we're going to take this now. Now we have a winner here. Your business, oh, that's too far down. It doesn't look natural. So here's what we'll do. Bring this up like this. La, la, la. That looks about right. Here, we'll dump some blue on here like this because I like blue. We'll go like this, go like this, go like this. Bring this over here. And we'll grab our little blue bucket. Uh-oh. Got too much bucket action going on here. All right, it's fine. Fine. Doesn't matter. Where's that orange at? Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Then we'll take this. Orange. Oh, I like that orange, man. That's cool, man. That looks good. That's bright as heck. I should grab somebody's eyeball. All right, next. Take that, bring this over. That's a photo. Okay. It's hideous. Just what I like. That's what we're going for, dude. Bright. Bold. Weird looking. Enough to say, what's that? So here we'll go like this. And then we'll go here. Questions and answers serve 3 separate objectives. The 3 objectives that the questions and answers will serve are answering questions about your services, answering questions about locations that you provide your services in, and questions about your brand. The questions are they all referencing your primary service? Do questions and answers reference your primary locations that you provide services in? Do questions and answers reference your brand, your team? Your adherence to quality and service. Okay, so that's good. So that's the Q&A. I talk about those things and anything thereof. Okay. So that's that. I think we can rock with that. I really should get a different photo though, huh? Oh no, I have this one too. Okay, fair enough. That's cool. That's good. That's good enough, I guess. All right, so that's the Q&As. Okay. Do. All right. So that's the question answers. What's next? What else needs to be tuned? So really you're just like, okay, what do you do and where do you do it? And then who are you? And like, what do you care about? Like your traffic, your reviews, every optimization you do on your website and every optimization you do in your GBP, that's all you're reinforcing over and over again. Simple. The links you acquire, the pages you build, the reviews, the traffic you send, the reviews you get. It's who we are, what we do, where we're at. My buddy Big Mike's been using that term. Good, because that's preach that from the hilltops because that's what works. Mike's a smart guy. What else is there? Oh, that's a good one right there. Here, let's do this. We could take this picture. Oh. See, oh shoot, I forgot. Okay, so this right here is a great example of what you're trying. The reason why you only want 4 categories is right there. I mean, I guess I don't have to be so robust, but I mean, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it, right? Your business profile. That's Q&A. Okay, so products are up here. Here, we can talk about this here. Here, put this here. You know, does said client have the, oh, crap, I forgot about that. Here, you could put this here, put this small. Like, that's what you're trying to do. You want to get that enhancement, those 4. So you pick the 4 categories. Are they using 4 categories or more? If they're using more, then trim it down. We're after this right here. It's one of the things we're after. All right, products. Does profile get the desktop / mobile enhancement for service categories? Yay or oh, that doesn't look right. Is that right? Categories doesn't look right. Let's try an A. You guys mad at? Oh, now I get an underline. Oh, dang, I was right the first time. Oh well. Oh well. Does profile product section of GBP profile get the desktop mobile enhancement for service? Yep, like this. Exactly. Okay, simple. Get rid of this. All right, happy. Okay, that's lined up. Okay, there's the pictures for that. Okay, there's the pictures for that. All right, Q&As. Oh boy. Here, move this up some. Go like this. Objectives. Yep. What's this? What did I do wrong here? Questions and answers. Serve 3 separate objectives. That's right. What? So what? Okay, so that's good. More reasons why. Okay, just get the basic concepts down. Get the what did they call it? Minimal viable product. Okay, so we had that, and then here to outline this section here, because some people see things differently, so we'll just outline them differently, that's all. Here, this time we'll do this. This will be fun. Go like this, grab this, and this time I'll do a big circle like this. Is that too big? Yeah? Okay. This. Is that better? Yeah, it looks good. Here, go like this. Boom. And then we'll add that to our little page here. What was that? Question answer, your business, questions and answers. So there's it from there. Here's it from that section. That goes with that piece of text. Okay, and then here's the 3 reasons, and you can add this right here. Put that there like that. Make this smaller. I just need it there so I can get it later. Okay, cool. Moving on. All right, let's look at the next piece. So we took care of products, we took care of services, we took care of Q&A, we talked about the category enhancements, open hours, we talked about everything within this section. Everything. I did photos. Advertising, no. Profiles, ask for reviews. We did the Q&A section. Bookings. I did these 2 sections here. All right, bookings is next. All right, links to your online booking tools. Oh yeah, but there's rules though. It's like third party. Yeah, it has to be a different page. That is clearly outlined. There's no way this is mine. This had to have been like somebody I was helping because there's too many things. There's no way. I know Tammy and Dave wouldn't have did that. I don't remember this person for some reason. Well, 1-800-724. Anyway, well, I'm taking pictures of your thing here. I erased your name. Well, let's do this. Here, we'll do 1, 2, 3. Bookings isn't that important. Let me just read something though. I want to make sure what changed. I noticed they've been making amendments to this. Yeah, this is the thing here. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought there was another one that would give you that too though. Is it the recommended and then you get this big blue line? Here, let me go see my buddy Ollie. Did we do that for you, Ollie? German Depot. It's a shop genie. Oh, we did that to get the button. Okay, I forgot. Okay. So it has to be the recommended, but we want to go and get the Google. So, I mean, not everybody wants that though. I'll put it in there anyway. Why not? How do you know you don't want it? I mean, do you want this? Well, then you got to do this. Simple. All right, so here. Grab this. Put it over here. We'll do this all in one shot. Here, do this, 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 delete, paste. Here, we'll fix this up all in one shot. So we have that one. We want to showcase this. All right. Paste. Oh boy, they're not letting me move it. Whatever. Do what I want. Like this, go like this, go like this. That's just so I could do something to it. And then the last thing, this. Setting up the bookings, featured book button, right? Prominent button, and then you have to have, right, okay. Well, all right, we'll do this in two separate sections then. So we have this, right? Lots to do with this. Paste, here, cut, bring this over here. Paste, put this here. And then this part here, go down here like this. Shop genie, huh? Hey, genie away, man. Paste, paste. Okay. Now let's clean up any logos or anything. I don't want to be getting freaking yelled at. Your business is on, whatever. Okay, here. Black. This is my buddy, so I don't want to get rid of this. That. It's good. Business buddy. Not like best buddies, but business friends. I mean, I've talked to him for a lot of years. So here we go. Here. Yeah, you can have a preference here. I'll leave that there. That's valuable. Yeah, that's good. Yep, no information about anything. No. Okay, great. Well, then with that being said, here we'll go like this, 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 go like this, this, okay. All right. Red. We'll do red, and then here red again, red. Sounds good. Then we'll go blue on this one, and then the next one. What was the? I think orange is another one of the colors. Well, this one we don't really care. Come on, you bugger. All right, I'm cool with that. Cool, man. All right. All right, so one, or is it? Just need those images. One, so this is going to be the section for booking. And then we'll explain. One, bold, big, 60. So one is, you want this, okay. And then what are we talking about? Well, we're talking about this right here. Red, this, fill, no, and it's this one. Okay. You go like this. Keep it thin. Okay, good. Bring that over here. Boom, boom. All right, next thing is going to be what? All right, let's talk about this. All right. Is the online book now button visible? Would you or your client like the book now online visible on mobile and desktop? If so, click on the bookings button and set it up. Very simple process. Are you utilizing Google or a preferred third-party booking software? Do they book off the site or on the site? Are they verified, vetted? And is the blue clickable book online button visible? Verify it. Take this over here like this. Nice it up. All right, like that. Okay. Bada bing. Bada boom. All right, where's the other one at? This one right here? Links to online. That's right. All right, are you utilizing the software visible on mobile and desktop? Yeah. That goes there. Move this back down here. Third party, set up booking. All right. R. Okay. So R. Oh, I am in caps. R. Okay, I'm happy with that. And Good. All right, where's that? Okay. Beautiful thing. Good. Good. Is that good enough? It doesn't matter where it lines up. Okay, so that's that. All right, what's next? That's enough information. Check it. Make sure it's vetted. Make sure it's there. I think you should have it on. It can lead to more sales. Why flip it not? But make sure they're vetted. Make sure they're not booking off the site. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, if it's easier for the customer and it's going to make money for the business, it doesn't matter if it's off the site. But I prefer not. So let's see here. I think we hit everything. Anybody need anything? I think I'm going to use the bathroom, but it's going to be a little bit of a longer. I'm done with that. I'm going to clean it up now, add it to the slide deck. And that'll be it. You guys and gals have any questions? Legend, thank you. I'm glad. Thank you. I'm glad to help. I got one. I have my Shopify store as a subdomain of my main site. Okay. Do you think that's okay? We have it linked to sell our products. No, that's exactly how I think that's very, very wise of you. You have it on a subdomain. That's your store. That is different than your local site. I don't know what you're selling, but if let's say your local site is a local hardware store, it has the team about us. It has, how-to guides. It has maybe videos. Maybe you do some in-house services or repair and replacement. Well, but if you want to buy a drill, or if you want to buy a thermostat, or if you want to buy whatever, it's still the same domain, but it's different IP. It's a subdomain. Genius. Good. Very smart. Two separate intents, two different types of queries, two different SERPs servicing the same market. No, that's the way to do it, my friend. Very good job. And then the BBB, Wix. Yes, yep. All right, we're all set here. Cool. So if no other questions, I appreciate your time. I'll move this to the members only section. Yeah, I've been learning. Yes. I love you guys. You have a great rest of your day. I'll probably start teaching you ads coming up here soon, but I don't like to slap my gums until I know certain things. I need to be able to, what do they call it? I like to have all the answers. And in order to have the answers, that means there has to be a mistake or you have to think about it prior to the fact. SEO, I've thought about lots of things. Ads, not so much, but I want to be able to know certain elements and have a bunch of failures so I can help people. I don't have enough failures yet, but I'm getting there. I love you. I see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day, and gals. See you in the next one. Bye.